and I'm trying to stream. It's late, it's after midnight, and I had a great haul today and I really wanted to share it with you guys and thought, you know what? Everybody else is doing it. I'm going to try it because, you know, all that's involved in putting up um, videos, after you film them and all that. Anyway, let's just get right to it. So, for those of you who might be new here, I go under the name of Pop Culture Profits because what I do is I buy pop culture items at thrift stores, estate sales, and garage sales and resell them on eBay for a profit. And so, I hope if you're here visiting with me, you are either here because you also are a reseller and you're looking for some tips. I hope I give you some, or you just love collectible items and you're here just to see what I found. So that's cool too. Today we're going to start with something actually I didn't get at an estate sale or thrift store. That would have been really amazing. But that is this right here. Let me move a few things over. This is a Harry Potter Funko Pop. He's huge. I don't know if you can see. He weighs a ton. He's a basilisk from Harry Potter, and he is a Target exclusive, which is so important. I'm going to give you a quick couple of tips about Funko. I keep meaning to make a whole video about it one day. I swear I will. Um, I'm not a big Funko flipper, but I do occasionally when I find something really fun. I went out to buy this actually because my son wanted one and we went looking for it, and he was actually quite difficult to find. He was not out on the shelves when we got to Target. We looked him up online. If you're looking for an exclusive, you can go to target.com and check your local stores, and it'll tell you if they have any in. Ours said it did. We went there and we still didn't see any. So we asked. And when that person couldn't find him, we asked somebody else. And sure enough, they had them. They had him in the back room. They hadn't put him out yet. And they pulled him out for us. And it was super. So we got Basilisk. So he got one to keep, and I got one to flip. Well, I say flip, but here's the truth of the matter. I love my Funko Pops. So what I really love to do is buy them and enjoy them for a while. And then when my shelf just gets too big, too full to hold any more Funko Pops, I part with some so I can buy new ones because I always like to have new ones on my shelf. So this is my current find, the Basilisk, and he was about $18, I think, at Target. I think it was $20 with tax. He's flipping in the $40 range right now, but he's very heavy, so he's going to take a lot of shipping. The trick with these Funkos is obviously the ones that are store specific are harder to find. And large ones like this, I think even harder because I don't think they make as many. And then what you will find people talking about are vaulted ones, which means they've stopped making them. So at some point, this fellow here is going to be vaulted. Target will no longer have him. No one will have him. And in theory, the price will go up. So you can sit on them for a while, and hopefully they'll be worth even more down the road, but they don't all go up in price. So it's kind of like playing the stock market. One really important thing when you're looking at Funkos is most collectors are very particular about the boxes. They want them in super shape. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this camera. Oh, I think you can just see it here. When our girl opened the box to get these out with a box cutter, and she cut a slit downside. Now, it's not a complete slit. It's more of a scratch. So for me, that would not bother me, but for it, you have to disclose that. If you're putting these on eBay, you've got to disclose things like that. If you've got dents in the corners, or if this is buckling, which it often does. Matter of fact, mine almost seems to be buckling a little bit now. Those are all really important to Funko collectors, and they're going to affect your value. So be sure to mention all those things. Some people like me are people who take them out of the box. So I don't mind a bent up box. I would pay less to get a bent up box because I'm going to take them out anyway. So that was our big find. That was just kind of a fun find. Now let's move in. Whoops. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm talking too fast. So we're going to move in on what I picked up today. These few items. I started off at Salvation Army. They used to be my favorite place for toys. And I have to say, as much as I did find some today, I found that a lot of them were overpriced or damaged, which was really a shame because I found some really cool toys. And I'm not saying there wasn't any profit in what I found. There was a really nice, I want to call it a Harajuku doll, but it wasn't Harajuku. I don't know. You might know what I'm talking about, but it was a beautiful doll. I think Target sells them, but between the price and what it would cost me to ship, and of course her packaging wasn't in great shape, there was maybe some $5 profit left, which is fine. I'm all about any kind of profit. But today I was trying to stick with things that would give me a little bit easier flip, um, with at least a little more money or a little less trouble to ship and store. So that's my philosophy there. I realize too, filming late at night, I may not be making any sense. All right, let's start with this. So this is Lucy from Peanuts. Let me move over here a little bit. Hang on one second for me. Ooh, sorry. So we've got Lucy from Peanuts. She is a plush toy, and what's interesting about her is she is a MetLife plush. And you can see her Salvation Army tag. She was $1.99. Just a good price. It's about what they charge for plushes. If you're not familiar, MetLife is an insurance company that has been using the Peanuts characters for their advertising for quite a long time. You often see the Snoopies. They come in different costumes and they'll all say MetLife on them. And there is a collectible value to those. People like to get the whole set. They aren't worth a ton. I'd say there's some that are worth more than others, depending how rare they are. What intrigued me about Lucy is there's none of her on eBay. This Lucy's not listed, and she's not in the sold for the past 30 days. So to me, that means that she's rare. It could mean nobody cares, but I don't think it's the case here because the MetLife plush toys, there's a lot of them up. You'll see tons of Snoopies listed. But this is the first time I have seen a Lucy. So for $1.99, I figured I'd take a chance. She's in real good shape. And we'll see. I think minimally I should be able to get $12 for her, but I'm going to shoot a little bit higher to start with because I said she might be kind of rare. I think I might start up in the 20 range and see what happens. In general, I do like to pick up Snoopy plush, especially if they say Cedar Fair on the tag. That is the company that runs amusement parks, like Knott's Berry Farm. And some of those dolls, especially the rarer Peanuts characters, so like not Charlie Brown or Lucy or Linus, other characters sell very well, like sometimes in the $100 well. So I don't think she's a $100 doll, but she's awful cute. This was sort of a rescue, I would like to call them. Where like I couldn't leave it behind. It didn't have the value I was hoping it would, but I had to grab it. I believe he was $5. I think like $4.99. I got to work on getting the rest of that sticker off. It's a trick-or-tater. It is obviously Mr. Potato Head for Halloween. He's got these cool fangs and vampire ears, and he's got a little Halloween trick-or-treat bucket. Apparently he also has, oh gosh, see, I want to open him. I wonder if I can. I might do it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look. He's got a sheet, and he comes with eyes. He comes with this hat, arms, hands. He is so cute. Great freaky faces. Gosh, I like him. I love Halloween things. I picked him up because I do like Mr. Potato Head, but I generally do not buy Mr. Potato Head toys because they're hit and miss about how they sell. They're definitely more popular since Toy Story days, but this one was really unusual. Oh, look, the eyes glow in the dark. And I was seeing he was only selling in the $14, $15 range in his package because he is new in package. But I think at Halloween he'll go for more. He is intriguing because see this weird little $8.99 tag. He looks like he came from just like a drugstore toy. He was meant as to be like a gift to and from on here. Obviously, his backing card isn't in great shape. But he does appear, he is complete in his box. I mean, you can see that this sheet here has never been out. It is all dented up, and that will affect the price of anybody who's a collector. But again, for somebody who's going to take him out of the package and use him for Halloween, put him out, the package won't matter. So By the time he's a little heavy to ship, he's probably over a pound. I'd say there's probably a few dollars profit in him. Even at Halloween, there'd probably be $10 profit in him. I think he should have been worth more, but hey, everything can't be worth what I think. Um, I did see a second Mr. Potato Head set that I almost bought, but I was surprised. Like I said, my Salvation Army was pricing the toys up a little higher than usual. If I had found him on half price day, I would have grabbed him. I would have grabbed all his buddies that they were selling for half that price. Absolutely, I wouldn't even have hesitated. But when it starts to get into $6, $7, especially in a bent up toy, yeah, I get iffy. So after Salvation Army, I ran over to Goodwill. And oh, wait, one more thing. Sorry, from Salvation Army. So this one's a little bit different, very different for me. I was okay, I was really excited and then disappointed. You know, it's interesting. I can see that mark on the camera. I couldn't see that here. I found, this is not it. I found a Hello Kitty Loungefly red patent leather purse. So cute. But they wanted $8 for it, which was a lot for me. It's not a lot for the purse, a lot for me. And it wasn't in good shape. There was a lot of like this weird black, like along the sides and the top. The patent leather had this weird black marks on it, but they didn't want to come off. So I don't know if that's a thing. If those of you who have patent leather purses know that that happens. So I ended up leaving it behind. And then I found a Loungefly Hello Kitty wallet. Now, if you don't know, Loungefly sells a lot of Hello Kitty and Disney sort of tie-in purses and backpacks, things like that. And they're generally fairly expensive. They're very good quality, very cute. So I thought, you know, this purse probably was a $50, $60, possibly even $100 purse originally. So, you know, 8 was a really good deal on it if it hadn't been damaged. But damaged, I just wasn't sure I could flip it. So sadly, I left those both behind. But while I was looking at those, I saw this. Now, this just felt like quality to me, and it's really unusual. It's like a suede, and it's got this nice like lace punch happening through it. And I thought it was funny because it was the way it was made, especially when I opened it up. It's got 3 double rings, and it's got some pouches. And if you can see the name, it's Trish. I'm going to probably say her name wrong. McAvoy, I would guess. The Power of Makeup. And that's what got me when I saw The Power of Makeup and this metal piece on both sides. Again, I got to get this sticker out. I think it was $5.99. So just because it felt like quality to me and seemed really unusual, I assumed it probably originally came with brushes and some kind of instruction sheets. But I looked it up online, and makeup, they call them makeup portfolios or something, or these cases from this brand sell for quite good money, meaning like minimally $20 and up. Some of them were selling for $50, $60. Now, I did not find this one, but again, I think that's a good thing because I think this one's very nice. A lot of the ones I found were just plain black, again, kind of like a patent leather, look like a wallet. I think this one's very, very slick. This scalloped edge is fun. And apparently, whatever originally came in it, they also either sold them without anything in it, so you could switch your makeup kits out, or people don't seem to care that the brushes and pages are missing. They just want to change these up. Maybe the ones they have get damaged from makeup and stuff in them and carrying them, so they want to switch them out. So I'm hoping this is minimally a $20 flip, if not more. And I know this kind of pushes the pop culture angle a little bit, but you know, when you see something cool, you know, buy it. See what happens. All right. Then I went over to Goodwill. Now, normally Goodwill is my favorite place for shirts. I find the most amazing t-shirts at Goodwill. And I don't usually find other things. But recently, that has not been the case. I have been scoring at my local Goodwill. So I'm excited about that. The first thing I found, so I went through the plastic dishware row, which you would think is a stupid place to be. But if you're a pop culture collector, that's where all the cute plates show up. And I'm always looking for Pottery Barn plates, especially Pottery Barn Kids, because those things sell really well. And I found these. So obviously, these are Mickey hands. They're very sturdy. I want to say that they're like the melamine, but they actually feel heavier than that. They're quite heavy. And they are Disney Store 4-pack Zach. I don't know what the Zach refers to. Appetizer plates. I recognize this as the holiday bow. I don't know if they use the same holiday print every year. I doubt it. I feel like I saw this last year or the year before. They're probably from last year because look, they're still sealed. So somebody either bought them, never used them, or Disney donated their stash. I paid $4.99 for a set of 4. Now, I looked online, of course, before I bought them, even though technically I would have bought them anyway because they're dang cute. And one set had just sold for $23, and there were 2 more sets up for $24 each. That's only 2 sets of these up for a Disney product. Now, if you've listened to me before, I've said, hey, be careful buying things in really popular stuff like Star Wars and Marvel because the market's so flooded, it's hard to get, rise to the top. But these, like I said, there's only 2 people selling them. And even though this is like a holiday banner, the whole item isn't. The whole item is just plain and can be used any time of the year. I think at the holidays, they'll still probably sell better. But like, come on, you are a Disney fan. You're going to have a party. What an adorable plate this is. And again, very, very heavy. So there's a set of 4 here. Look, they've got these nice feet on the bottom, so they sit flat. And then I found a second set of 4, also still sealed, brand new in the package. And honestly, there was a third set that was open, and I probably should have bought it, but I didn't. So I paid $10 for these 2 sets, and I should easily make $5 profit without any difficulty on each set. And probably, I'm thinking by Christmas, closer to $10 or more profit, depending what happens when those other 2 people sell out for $24. And the reason I say that is because they are heavy. They're probably going to have to go priority mail, so you're talking $7 to $8 to ship them. Plus the $5 I paid. So that's $18, $19, $20, $23, $24. Yeah, we're sitting right about $5 profit right now, which I'll take, again, because they're so cute. I want to see them get a new home. I know it sounds silly when I say it, but I really do. A big part of what I love doing, what I do, is getting stuff to a new home of somebody who's going to really like it. Because I bought this jacket. It was from a hockey player who'd been a semi-pro player all his life, and he played in the senior team. It had Snoopy on it, and it was a super jacket, but I thought, oh, it's so specific. It's Snoopy. It's a specific Santa Rosa ice rink. It's a specific size, and I'll be darned, somebody came along this week and said, I follow that team. I love that jacket. He made me an offer. I sold it to him. He got it. He said it fits like a glove. He's so excited to have it, and that makes me excited. Do I make a profit? Yes. But honestly, knowing that jacket that could have ended up, who knows where, in the landfill, went to somebody who's going to cherish it and love it, just like the guy who owned it before him, is super. And, he probably, I don't even know if I told him that it belonged to a semi-pro player. That's even more exciting. So I really do love that. Okay. Last thing I'm going to show you today is this clackety stack here. I am trying to be a little bit more strategic about my buying. I tend not to buy large quantities of items when I find them. I don't know why. I think I have a thing about leaving stuff for other people. I feel like I don't want to overinvest in one particular thing. I don't know what. But this was a grouping of plates. They all obviously have the same frame. They've got like a bamboo, so like a summer theme. Here, let me start with this one. Instead, you'll be able to see better. So here we go. So they all are summer themed. Here's Mickey on a surfboard, lots of seashells and things, faux bamboo. It's that melamine, This one's kind of dirty. And it is Disney Store, I believe. It's hard to see it on the back here, but I think that's the Disney Store logo on the back. And I don't think there's a year on them, but I would imagine, again, they were probably from either this past summer or the summer before. I almost left this one behind because it is a little bit, you can see it's got some marks on it, but it's a dish. It'll clean up. My store had them marked at 99 cents each, so $1. So we've got Mickey. Hey, look at that. Actually, somebody in my chat. That's so excited. Develle, is that how you say it? Develle Riton. Well, thanks for coming by. It's late, I know, but I just wanted to tell you about these cool Disney plates I found. So here's Mickey. And there's also Tinkerbell. Terrible glare. Minnie. Look at that. And she's cute. She's in her little swimsuit. She's got the bird. So adorable. It's from Finding Nemo. Is that Nemo? I always get confused. Is Nemo the orange one? And Ariel, of course, for the summer. We have to have Ariel. Sorry, I'm getting glare. So I have another Mickey, another Minnie, and oh, that's really weird. I swore there was a Lilo and Stitch. I must have been looking at something else. So I have two. Oh, that one's spotted too. So I have two of each of these. So I have two Little Mermaids, two Mickeys, and two Minnies. I may sell these as a set together because I think people who like Mickey and Minnie. Thanks. Yes, Nemo. I know I'm terrible of all the Disney movies. I've never seen Finding Nemo. I feel bad about that. I'll have to get that video out. But I'm probably going to sell these together as a set and then sell the other ones as a set. Maybe this is a full set. Now, the reason I did end up picking them up for sure, because you can look at these and just go, oh, they're cheap kids' plastic plates. But they were from Disney Store, so they weren't that cheap. Someone sold a pair, I think this pair, Mickey and Minnie, for $11, somewhere around $11, and then shipping. So again, I paid $2. Two of them will probably only ship first class. So there's a lot of profit left in these. There could be $5 a piece in each of these small plates, which would be amazing. And I just, like I said, I may have to think a little more about how I'm going to break these up. Do you think, should I leave them all? Should I do them as a set of 5? And then I'll have one extra Little Mermaid and, yeah. Or again, I could just keep all the Minnies and Mickeys together and just do like these guys. I don't know. I think I might do a set of 5 and a set of 2, and I'll have an extra Little Mermaid. That's what I think. Okay, I think that's it. I know you people just came to visit me, but I am going to head off to bed. Tomorrow is the start of estate sale days, although sadly there's no good estate sale in my neighborhood tomorrow, but there is on Friday. So, and then Saturday I hope to do some really deep dive thrifting in some of my favorite stores that are a little further away out in Anaheim. That's it. I'm going to end the stream. Hopefully this is going to save and more people are going to get to see it tomorrow. It's my first try. Absolutely. Watch the rest, learn something. Tell me, are you a thrifter or you're just hanging out at night looking for toy videos? I think there's a delay, so we'll wait and see. Hey, a thrifter. Yay. Well, it's up to you if you want to share the name of your store in the chat. Please do. For those of you who are just coming along, we're Boris Basement on eBay. And I'm happy to have you come over there and check out our things. And if I've got something you want, make me an offer. I'm very reasonable. I would happy. Oh, going to your first estate sale. I love estate sales. I get my best deals at estate sales. Last week I got 2 huge bags of vintage Hawaiian shirts and t-shirts and things like that. And Christmas ornaments that we've already sold, vintage Christmas ornaments. I paid less than $25 for 2 giant bags. And we made that in the first Christmas ornament we sold for $20. So yeah, they are potentially amazing. And you're killing me. Snow White, stop. Yeah, the only trick, with the estate sales is some estate sales, start off that first day charging really high prices for things. But most of them, they want to move it. They want to get that stuff out of there before, they've only got a couple of days and they got to get rid of it. So generally, they'll bargain with you. And if you can come back, if it's a multi-day sale, and you come back, then yeah, an auction's tougher because if it's an auction and a lot of people, you've got dealers and people there at the auction, and people get, you get excited in an auction and you have a tendency to overbid. Don't do that. Get your price, think about what it's worth. If you're doing it for flipping, I mean, it's different if you're keeping it yourself, but if you're going to flip, just watch out and make sure you don't overspend. Because I don't say this for anybody else, you may already know that. I don't know if this is your first auction. Almost always, auctions have what's called an auction premium, which means, say you bid $10 on something, you don't just pay the $10. You have to pay a percentage premium to the auction house. That's their money to get it. So you got to watch that too, because if your budget is your budget and then you don't realize, you've bid on three things and won three things, and now you've got to pay the premium on top of all those, it can really add up. So watch out for that. And then tax, if you don't have a reseller license, most of them are going to charge you tax too. So that $10 item can turn into a $20 item really quickly, which if you're working on a slim margin can hurt. But sounds cool. And yeah, I want to hear. So come back after the auction and tell me if you want anything and if it's going to get listed, because I'd love to take a look at what it is you find. Because as you see, I'm a sucker for Disney things. So thanks for joining me, my one and only chatter this evening. Hopefully we'll catch each other again real soon. I'm headed off to bed. Have a great night.